Hi everyone, it's me Lina again. Thank you a lot for checking my videos out. I hope you are doing fine. And today in this video I'll be showing you how to do Barbie doll makeup, and it's gonna be makeup in pink colors, as you actually can see, cause this is the makeup I'm wearing right now. So I decided to go for like Siren's eyes though, and not to try to do Bambi eyes, or not to try to make my eyes look bigger. You can actually change few details and you're gonna have quite a different look with like big doll eyes, and I'll tell you how to do it in the video. So if you are excited to see how to recreate this makeup, keep watching and let's just start. So I have already applied my sunscreen, also my moisturizer from Embryolisse, and primer. I also added just tiny bit of those color correcting concealers. As you can see, I use two colors a lot, and this is exactly the colors I actually used today, just a little bit. And I think I'll be purchasing this palette again because I really like it, despite the fact that there are quite a few colors left, but they just don't suit me as much. The very first step is application of foundation. To be fair, I was gonna use lenses also for this makeup tutorial, but after a few unsuccessful attempts to insert them, I decided that I really like my eye color. It shouldn't be very thick layer, but just enough so it would hide like imperfections perhaps, and you know, make our skin tone like all the same on the face, and it should look like our face is of one skin tone, which is very important. It's gonna make makeup look very neat. I'm gonna add a bit more. I was really upset I couldn't insert my lenses. Honestly, one of them fell down. I didn't know what to do first. By the way, when applying foundation, it is a good idea to apply also some on your ears and on your neck. But of course it depends on your outfit and stuff like that. Also your hairstyle, because you don't want your foundation to like mess your hair. So make sure that you applied foundation to all your face. It should be just enough. Next step is application of my contouring stick. I'm gonna start with the darker part, which is, I'd say, bronzer, so let's just do that. I will be blending it as I go, as I like put it on, because I think it's better than blending it all together after I made like contour from both sides. So I think it's better to do it straightforward, you know, as you go, like this. I think it's important because you sort of remember where you applied it, how much you applied it, and so on. So I figure it's much more better to blend it straight forward, just as you go. Same scene on this side, but I'm gonna go a bit more already like down and blending everything nicely. Sometimes I don't blend it very nicely near the jawline and I notice it, so this is why it's very important to make sure that you blend everything and not, you know, just left something like apart, let's say. You shouldn't be contouring your chin too much if you have a small chin like mine. Same goes for your forehead. My forehead is quite large, so I'm gonna contour my nose, but I'm not gonna start where my eyebrows are, just gonna start here. Like, I don't know how to explain, but yeah, not directly from eyebrows, because I feel like it's better for my type of nose to do it like this. Honestly, I feel like nose contouring is not really necessary to do, but since this type of makeup is a little bit like, you know, Barbie makeup, I think it's nice to show you and to tell you how to do it. You're supposed to apply a little bit like under your nose to make this, I would say, shape of the nose, right? Of course, you can apply much more of it. It's just up to you, obviously. And now I'm gonna use this lighter part, which is highlighter. I'm gonna use it only on my nose because I'm just not used to use it like on other areas of my face. I use the regular concealer, make like sort of a line. And don't forget to blend it, which is very important. And it's time for concealer, and I'll be using the one from Makeup Revolution, and it is C1 like shade, and I feel like it's a little too dark actually for me, like I need a lighter one, but I'm just gonna work with what I have. I have another one actually, but it's even more darker because I figured that I'll be using darker foundation, but I noticed that my skin got like much lighter. I think this is because it's winter and I'm not like in the sun that much anymore, so yeah. I'll be applying a little bit on my chin. Actually, it feels like I applied a little too much under my eyes. A little bit on the actual eyelids, because it's gonna be a base for your eyeshadows. And also here, like between, well, a little more up, I'd say. Between eyebrows, I was gonna say. And I'll be blending it. Blending is very important. In general, not just when it comes to concealer. In general, it's very, very important. Under eyes. You could have applied a little like here, your concealer, to give this lifting effect to your face. More like eyes actually area. Which is gonna give you this a little bit slightly more foxy look to your eyes. Something that is super trendy. In fact, I think our eye makeup today is gonna look a little bit like Siren eyes rather than Bambi, for example, or anything like that. It's something in between Siren eyes and Bambi eyes. But I wouldn't say that eye is gonna necessarily look like, you know, very round. Still blending concealer that I applied on my eyelids to create this base for eyeshadows. We're gonna use lots of eyeshadows today of very bright colors. So I'm like making sure that it looks neat, especially in those corners. I'll be applying powder to all of my face, I think even eyelids, to create this nice base for eyeshadows, because if it's just concealer it might be a little too, well, messy perhaps. It's better to start applying powder from the center of your face. It actually looks like a big white, I don't know how to say, stain on my nose. So I really need to blend it nicely. I'm applying powder to the areas where it's difficult to get with like big puff. Also, I'll be applying to like small areas to make it more accurate and to basically get powder everywhere. And now I will be applying eyeshadows that's gonna be like a base for our whole makeup look. I decided to go with this one. I'm not sure if you can actually see, and there are not that much left, but I really like the color of it. All over eyelids. I really like this color. It doesn't actually have that much color in it, and actually this is what I like about it. It looks like it's a little like orangey perhaps, but in reality it is actually very light color, and I think it is perfect for that type of thing. Don't forget to blend every eyeshadow every time with the blending brush. And next eyeshadow is actually gonna be this one. So I think it's perfect for that type of makeup, a little bit like pinkish, but you know, it's still a little sort of nude. Perfect for this like Barbie pink colors, you know, makeup. So we want quite a bit of it, but yeah, if it's too much, you can like do that type of trick. You want to apply it very close to your eyelashes, and then a little bit like here, like out of the eye, and then like here to create this V shape. But it starts here where your eyelashes actually are, the eyelash line, I would call it. So you want to create this V shape so we can create those Siren's eyes, you know. And the same thing on the other eye, which in my case is right eye. Actually, I applied a little too much, I noticed, but perhaps I'm gonna just blend it. Okay, and we make this V shape. And don't forget to create this, like, how I describe it, as a lifting effect. This V shape. I feel like it's a little too much, to be fair. I applied a little too much. Blending is very important when it comes to eyeshadows and in general, I'd say. And now I'm gonna use very similar type of brush, by the way. It's sort of like a flat brush, and I'm gonna use this beautiful pink color because I think it's gonna look very nice for a Barbie look. So I'm taking quite a bit, but let's remove just, you know, so it doesn't, you know, like, so it doesn't drop, let's say. And you apply it very similar, but not as much like on the line where the eyelashes are. So you start a little farther rather. So you apply like this, not on the line. And you sort of create this V shape, this lifting effect again. The same thing on other eye. Not as much on the line where eyelashes are, but just creating this beautiful V shape. I feel like I applied way too much of the eyeshadows, but to be fair, maybe it's better, especially for the video, because you're actually gonna see it. But I'll try to blend it, as I think it's a little too much. So I'm blending it all together, all the eyeshadows, you know. Blending. And then I decided that I'm gonna also apply a little bit of this, I'm not sure how to call it, it's not lilac color, it's rather purple, this light purple color. I'm gonna apply it with a brush I like doing it with, even though it's a good brush to do it, but for some reason I like it. And I'm gonna apply very close, I'm not sure how to explain it, like in the corner, to make almost a line. I mean, it is where my, you know, permanent makeup is, like where my, I would say, wings are. I sort of like it because later you can blend those colors with pink and I think it's gonna look very pretty. Maybe this brush is not as great, but for some reason it is good for me to apply it like this. So you sort of create this line, perhaps you can call it a V. It's not really a V because it's more like a line. It is already very bright makeup, you also want to blend everything. And by the way, if you see that there are some eyeshadows that basically are already on your, well, under your eyes, you can use satin brush to remove it. For example, you can use just, you know, motions like that to remove some of the eyeshadows that actually fell down. I will be applying my pencil for eyes in the waterline. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, by the way, especially for this makeup, since it's like Barbie makeup. Also, instead, you can use white pencil, which is gonna make your eye look much bigger. Also, what you can do with white pencil, you can apply it a little bit more, I would say, under the waterline. And it's gonna create this beautiful look. I would say it's gonna make your eyes really like pop, but it also is gonna make them bigger if that's what you want. I don't want it for this look necessary, even though it's a Barbie look. I'm gonna make it a little bit more like Siren's eyes one, and I'm applying a little bit more like up, if it makes sense. And now I'm gonna apply this eyeshadow. It's sort of like in very light pink tone, I would say, and it's gonna sort of give a light to your eyes. And also I'm gonna apply it like in the center of my eyelids, and also it sort of will blend the eyeshadows you already applied a little bit better. And I like this little trick I learned in online makeup academy. Also, I want to remove a little bit because we don't need that much, because I actually sometimes still make this mistake. I apply way too much and it just falls down. So I'm applying it like in the center, like this, on each eye. You can go ahead and blend everything even more now, And now it's time to apply eyeliner. I'll be using my NYX one. It is Professional Makeup Epic In Liner. I quite like it. I feel like my wing's gonna be quite big, so I'm gonna try to do something similar on this side. To be fair, I just made very huge wings, but I think I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna also apply this liner like down your eye, like under your eye, almost in waterline, like very close to. I'm gonna correct a little bit with this Q-tip, like under my eye, because I feel like it's a little too much and I feel like it can be corrected. So far this makeup reminds me rather of like ancient Egypt makeup rather than like Barbie one. Basically you can get this brush that you used for like pink eyeshadow and you can apply just a little bit under your eye in the corner, like this. Just a little bit, not much. You don't want too much pink there. To give sort of like continuation to this look. I'm gonna do my eyebrows right now. If you have eyebrows that are very like bushy and beautiful, natural, you should definitely brush them first before doing it. But basically what I'll be doing, I'll be probably using this or this color. I haven't decided even yet. Maybe this one perhaps for my eyebrows, the eyeshadows, because it's gonna look a little bit more natural. Besides, we don't want way too dark eyebrows. Maybe I should have brushed my eyebrows because I actually have them quite long at the moment. Now I'm gonna apply a little bit of this color, this eyeshadow, like under my eyebrow basically. I'll take quite a bit, but to be careful, you know, I'm gonna remove some. So what we want to do, we want to just apply a little bit on the eyebrow. I feel like that in my case it's also gonna like perhaps I would say correct my shape a little bit. I'd say that this is actually typical Barbie makeup, this element at least. Also bright eyeshadows I guess is something that you would expect to see in like doll-like or Barbie makeup. Important thing is also to still blend it, at least when it comes to like area where it sort of goes close to this pink eyeshadow. If you feel like your brush is already too colorful, just use another one. Better to be safe. Now I'm gonna take the same brush I used for my eyebrows and I'm gonna use this dark color here, this dark brown, just a little bit. It is very like thin brush, I would say small brush. And what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna apply a little bit in the corner of my eyes, like under, like here, just a little bit. I think it's also gonna make eyes a little bit more round. But only like in the corners. You can also get it closer to like the actual wing, if it's possible. It's gonna make it look very put together, let's say. I'm gonna correct just a little bit like this with Q-tip, even though it's better perhaps to even blend it. I actually gonna go ahead and blend it a little like this. I feel like my right eye is watering and it's sort of destroying makeup, so I'll be quick to show you what I would do next. By the way, I actually forgot to mention, but I got them here to show you. You can apply false eyelashes to make you look even more like Barbie-like and so on. It is important to measure lashes like that and to cut perhaps if needed, so don't forget that. Those are eyelashes that are reusable. I actually use them just once, so they're still good to go. I'm gonna go with this blush because it's very like bright. I'm gonna smile to apply it. And this side. Also a little bit on the nose. It's not super even, but I'm doing my best. I feel like now I need to apply here more. You can also apply a little like here and here, it's all up to you. But it's more for natural makeup perhaps. You can also apply just here, you don't need to go up to make it even more Barbie-like. Unnatural rather. I think I applied too much, so I'm gonna try to blend it as much as I can. But if you want to do it like up, it's gonna give you this lifting effect, so perhaps you actually want it. So I'm gonna use today my other highlighter, which is broken, but I still love it. The color is so perfect for that type of makeup. So I'm gonna be using this one. I'm gonna take quite a bit, but still remove it. And I'm gonna apply here on my chin, a little bit on the tip of my nose. Not so little perhaps. Also like here on the nose, like along it. Also here where the natural light usually actually falls, or I would say is, especially if you're like in sunny area, you know what I mean. Also other side, you can apply a little here, but be careful not too much. And now I'm gonna take smaller brush like this, and I'm still gonna use my highlighter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply a little like here, up my lip. Also gonna apply some here on this side too. You can also apply a little bit here. And also you can apply a little bit like in the center here of your eye. But be careful not to mess up anything. You don't really need to perhaps blend it that much, but just don't apply way too much. I'm gonna try to use this brush to remove a little bit, even though I have actually a special brush for it. I don't know, I just sort of am in rush now. I feel like my eyes watering. So for lips, I'm gonna use just pink, very pink, I would say, lipstick. It's actually getting old to be fair, but I'm not gonna use lip liner since I don't really have the one of color I need. I could actually use another one, I guess. So I'm gonna use this little brush and also setting spray to remove powder, eyeshadows from eyelashes. Let's just do that. So I learned this trick from Online Makeup Academy. I actually mentioned it in my previous video. And I find it super helpful. Sometimes if I feel like there are like so much of not only eyeshadows, but also, for example, concealer, curling my eyelashes. And now I will be applying my mascara from Benefit. I really like this mascara and it is highly recommended. So I feel like I have to apply it on my bottom eyelashes because of the look that we are going for today. So I'm gonna do it. I already messed my eyelids a little bit with this mascara. So I'm gonna use Q-tip. Actually, it's better to do it when it's a little dry even. Lower eyelashes. Gonna use Q-tip to remove a little bit of mascara here. Setting spray. Basically, makeup is ready. By the way, I just want to mention that it's very important to apply foundation on your neck too and on your ears. But I guess it's all up to you and it depends what you are wearing. I could have applied, but I decided not to do it. And also you can actually use contouring on your neck too. Just a little bit of bronzer, for example, to give this continuation, you know, like of makeup on your face to your neck. And yeah, just some things that I want you to remember. So makeup is actually ready. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video some thumbs up and I'll see you soon.